Nang Seng, you're a fellow at the Asia Pacific Leadership Program at the East West Center in Manoa. Somehow Burma is a keystone in Southeast Asia, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if Burma joins up with other countries in Southeast Asia, then all of Southeast Asia will benefit, including Burma.
Yeah, I agree.
So, sort of coming in from the cold, we have. So, first, tell us about President Obama. He was there a month ago or so. What was that trip like, as far as you know, and what effect did it have on, the political circumstances in Burma?
I think it's really good for all of us because because of the Mr. Obama visited our country. It showed the legitimacy of our government and also like a big hope for our people in Myanmar.
Hmm.
And it is like after Mr. Obama back, and we got some like scholarship assistance, some announcements coming up. And he also mentioned that he will support Burma to go for the democratization. So it's really good for us.
Oh, good. So, was he warmly received in Burma?
Pardon?
Was he warmly received? Did the people in Burma like to see him there?
Yes, of course.
He's a popular guy.
Yes, we love him, and it's a really great news for us when we heard that he will visit our country, and also he really visited. So it's great for us.
Oh, that's good. So, okay, and I wanted to ask you also about Aung San Suu Kyi. She's a very important person. Why?
Yes, because she is our symbol of freedoms and change, and also for the leaders for the democracy. Yeah.
She spent some time in jail.
Not sometimes.
A
It's
long time.
long times.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really show how she loved her people in Myanmar. So she chose Myanmar people rather than her family.
Mm.
So it's really great leader for us.
She becomes the Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Although she's still alive and well
Yeah.
and doing great things. So, what will happen to Aung San Suu Kyi going forward? What role will she play in Burma now?
Uh, yes, she now in the parliament. She is a chair for the rules of law, uh, and it's which is very good for us, which we need rules of laws in Myanmar, and also yes, and of course she is a symbolic of our change, freedom. So if she is still there, so we have hope and we can go ahead, we can step forward.
Okay. You're calling it Myanmar and I'm calling it Burma. Should I be calling it Myanmar too?
Yes, please.
Okay. So how did the name change? What's that about?
It is only my personal point of view. Burma is like I like more the words in Myanmar because it's more including other ethnicity. So if we say Burma, it's only like a majority of Myanmar, a majority of Burma. So I feel that if we call Myanmar, it's including all our ethnic groups. So
Can you name some of the ethnic groups you're talking about?
yes, of course, Kachin, Kaya, Kayen, Chien, Moy, Rakhine, Shan. Actually, I'm coming from Shan State. I'm Shan ethnic group.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the Shen ethnic group like? Is that from China?
Mm. Yeah, we have a Dai. It's called Dai. We have a tribe of Dai. So it's which one will be the first troop? I am not so sure, but we say that Thai troop is in China, Yunnan, and also in Myanmar, Shan. We call Shan now. In Thailand, they call Thai.
Ah.
So we are the same troop, yeah.
So they're all across from China to Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
not just in Burma.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Myanmar.
It's okay, you can call.
Okay, now, so, there have been dramatic changes, and I don't know if people really understand what's happened here. You had a ruling military junta that was running things with pretty much an iron hand for, decades now. And all of a sudden, we have the spring in Myanmar.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's also a maze to us. But I think after the new government, President U Deng Say, so he really committed to go for the democratization process. So I think mostly because of him, changes is. So even though he's former general, like before he was a prime minister, but this is only from my personal point of view. He is learning by doing, I think, and he after have a discussion and working with the international, so he changed his concept, I think, like this.
This reminds me of my theory of the stock market. I'll tell you what it is. The stock market goes down. It's called the fatigue theory. The fatigue theory. The stock market goes down until it gets tired of going down. It gets fatigued. And then it goes up. And then at some point it gets tired of going up, so it goes down. And it's just a question of when you get tired of one thing and you want to do something else. It almost sounds like that here, is that the people who were in a position to change things got tired of the way it used to be, and they said, we're going to change things.
But here I don't think, because in Myanmar we still have separate people, different idea, even though in the government we call soft liner, hard liner, right? So even though in the government they still have a separate bodies. So it's up to the person who really want to go for change and development, I think, like this.
Now, you grew up in Burma, and you went to Myanmar, and you went to school in Myanmar. So, while you were growing up, did you want more freedom? Did you want to see these changes? Or were you just happy the way it was under the military?
Of course, I want to get freedom. I was born in armed conflict area. My native town named Maingang. So actually now we already have a ceasefire concluded, but sometimes still have armed conflicts. And yes, still now my people, I mean young generation, because we have not only armed conflict, and there's also like a poverty area. So parents have to earn more money to send their children to go to send to other township for education. So I really need freedom, and yes, and of course we need a good education system too. So even though I came here, I feel that I'm quite lucky to come here to learn in the U.S. So most of my colleagues or my people, we cannot get this kind of opportunity.
So what was the armed conflict about in your part of the country? What was it? Who was fighting with who?
Yes. Okay. Let me go to the history. Because of the Pinlo Agreement, and in the Pinlo Agreement, it will have after independence. So
what year was that?
Because we were under British colonial, and for the fighting back to the British colonial, we have a Pinlo Agreement.
Spell that.
Pinlo. PINLONG. It is
Okay.
a Pinlong Agreement, which we see after independence, it will have a federal state and also like autonomy, regional autonomy. So, but it's never returned again. So that's why it's become this armed conflict.
Who was fighting with whom?
Like a ethnic, like a Shan ethnic group. They have a anti-armed group, and they fight back to the Myanmar military group. Like Kachin, now it's still fighting and still cannot get a ceasefire. So the Kachin group, Karen group. So these three groups are really big group.
This is guerrilla fighting?
Pardon?
Guerrilla fighting?
They are because of the unfair treatment.
Okay.
Because of unfair treatment, and for that we want to get fair treatment. So some ethnic group they form as an anti-arm and they fight back to the government military. Yeah.
Okay. So when you were a child growing up in Myanmar, in this region, you saw armed conflict around you. You saw military operations.
Yes.
So did anyone you knew get hurt or killed?
Of course.
Okay.
In my native town. Since my childhood, it's quite often it's a fighting, shooting. So nighttime. So if shooting, my parents will come and wake up me. Okay, wake up. There's a fighting. So we have to go and we have to hide in the hole. We dig a hole. So.
Okay.
And this is how we are hiding. And also like my sister, still as a midwife. Actually, midwife doesn't have a right to make an operation or give an injection.
But just to help the mother.
No, not to help the mother, because my mother is a nurse, right? And my sister also now a nurse, a midwife. So they don't have the right to, according to the rules, they don't have the right to give the injection or to make an operation. But because of ambush, sometimes lots of soldiers, like 30, 20, 30, and they get injury, and yes. So then even there is very few doctor, only one doctor, sometimes no doctor. So then they have to make an operation. So even though like midwife can do operation very well, So but it was like long time ago for this one,
How long ago?
Okay, like this is like when I was childhood, more than 2 decades.
2 decades
And
ago. Okay. You still look very young to me.
Thank you.
So when was independence? What year was that?
Independence Day.
No, for Burma, Myanmar.
Yeah, it's on 1948.
1940, right after the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the British were getting out of a lot of places in those days.
So actually, 4th January is our Independence Day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, did you say the 4th of January?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just last Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a celebration, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's happy about that.
Yeah.
And this is a very special one, too, because things have changed now and we have more freedom.
Yeah.
So now how did the military people take control on this? The British left a certain kind of government with a parliament and courts and some sort of executive branch, right? But then somewhere along the line, the military ruling group, the junta, they took charge. So how did the government change? They were controlling everything, weren't they?
Yes, since 1962, right? But it's still from the military, and it's a socialism, and then we change. But just say the government change, it's still a military government. Just keep on the authority position. Yeah.
So how? Yeah, you mentioned that Aung San Suu Kyi is in the parliament.
Mhm.
So has the military junta changed the parliament? How is it different now? In the spring, in the spring of Myanmar, how is it different?
Yeah, in 2008 there is a constitution. It's mentioned clearly that political personnel cannot join in the elections or for the parliament. But as the spring's coming, so in 2010, after new government, they allowed the political personnel to join in the election, so which is very good for us. And also because of this new government and become uh, we have more opposition party. So in the parliament, before we don't have a chance to say what we want to be, what is the matter to us. We don't have a legal to express. But now we have the chance. We have opportunity to say what we want to get. So this is an improvement. And also now you can see a lot of things we exchange at the political and policy reform.
It's more transparent,
Yeah.
and there are reform. What kinds of reforms have you noticed?
For the political reforms, lots of political personnel are released, and also I think for the media. So we have a freedom media, and also exchange rate, currency exchange rate. The previous $1 equal to 6.4 in the government exchange rate, and in the black market around 1,000. So
Oh wow, what a difference! Huge,
yeah.
huge.
So that's why
So
more
that's been
on
adjusted
corruption.
now.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Good.
Yeah, so this kind of things, and also now for the foreign direct investment for the laws.
Yes.
So they are in the process on this. So it's a lot of good things coming up. Of course, we still need to wait for the operational level because it's still in the policy. Yeah.
Yes, but the military's still running things.
True.
It's just that they're kinder now. They've had a change of heart.
I think, as I said before, they have two kind of options or two kind of thinking ways. Some are still want to hold authorities or powers and still want to control everything, but some really want to go for the change and for the development. So it still have some division.
Yeah, so it's a tension.
Yeah.
And is it fair to say it could go either way?
Mm-hmm.
We could go back also.
That's why now we hope to see on 2015 election. Actually, not only on this, I think we still need to get peace with ethnic minority. And yes, our people, general population, we still need to empower them. What is democracy and what is the human right? So yes, if we can overcome on that, yes.
Yes, well, it sounds very promising. But what human rights issues are you talking about? Has Myanmar had problems in the area of human rights?
Yes. Now some improvement.
What sort of abuses? Women's rights, for example? Have women been treated fairly, or have they been treated unfairly?
Women right. Actually, women, it's treated fairly. Only sometimes it's traditionally if you have to give a priority, to go to the university and you just have enough money for only one person and you have sons and daughter, so you will choose to son because they think the son can support home more. So some kind of traditional things, but in Myanmar, I don't think women rights it's a problem. But like some human right, like some abuse of power by the soldiers or from the anti-armed group. So this kind of things, yeah, it's
without due process, without
yeah.
process of law,
Yeah.
midnight raids and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay, so now we have a different time, and I just wonder how this affects you. You came from a village. Were you, I don't know if it's fair to characterize this way, were you in the middle class in the village? Were your parents middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class? And how did you manage to get all the way to the University of Hawaii? How did that happen?
Okay, my parents, they are from the government service, and I would say, especially my father is very good. He told, oh, okay, we have a big family. I have 2 brothers and 4 sisters.
More women than men.
And my father told us, okay, I don't have money to give you. So if you try, I can give you as an ancestor for the education. So if you can try, you will get. If you don't try, you will not get. So he told us like this, and yes, all of our family, yes, we could get our bachelor degree.
Was this in Rangoon, or was this somewhere else in Burma?
Not in Yangon. It is in because I was born in Shan State Mae Kai, and our capital city is Taungji. So when I was 7, our family moved to Taungji, and most of my
This is in the north?
it is in the east.
East,
Yeah.
okay.
Shan State is in the east.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of my sisters, they got their degree in Taungji University, some in Mandalay University, and I got my degree, first bachelor degree from Taungji, and I moved to Yangon. Luckily, I got a job in Japanese NGO called the Association of Medical Doctors
Say
of
it again.
Asia. The Association of Medical Doctors of Asia.
Okay.
So I worked there, and I copy the Japanese expatriate, and I tried to get my master degree from Yangon Institute of Economics. Then I moved to UN World Food Program. So
in Myanmar.
In Myanmar, in Yangon, yeah. So I worked for Japanese NGO 6.5 years, and I worked for UN World Food Program for 8.5 years. So, and I have a chance to travel around Myanmar, and because I did a food security assessment around Myanmar in Shan State, Chin State, Kachin State.
For the United Nations.
Yeah, and within the central dry zone Myanmar, so I could have lots of chance to travel and learn lots of things. And I feel
your father's proud of you, isn't he?
It's true.
Okay.
And I really, because I just I got opportunity to go outside Myanmar, like Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Singapore, yes, Bangladesh. But it is only like a workshop or training, only 1 week or 2 weeks. So I feel that, okay, I'd like to get change. I'd like to learn more. Then I try to apply to the Asia Pacific Leadership Program. Then I got scholar and I came here.
Oh, so you applied, but it doesn't hurt to apply, right? So you applied and presto.
Yes.
So, okay, now in the East West Center Asia Pacific Leadership Program, what is that like? Can you tell me how that works?
Oh, it's a really good program. They have now our group is Generation 12. So it's mean 12 group already. So in our group, we are from 18 countries, 29% in our group. So
Anybody else from Myanmar?
one more
One
from
more,
Myanmar,
okay.
yes. And in the program, we have a 5-month intensive course in Hawaii, which give us to learn in the classroom, and also like learn like a master class, invite the really expatriate, and also create for us the place to work which we are interested in, like complex emergency learning lab, international education, empowerment, like a social enterprise. So we have this kind of learning lab based on our interest. We can do on that with the community here. And also we have a field trip to Washington, D.C. and New York, and which we have learned from the classroom here, and we can really learn the real world. Yeah, after we coming back, we also during this 5 months period, so we also learn about the leaderships, how we are for the reflection, and lots of things. And I really feel that this program is really good, amazing. And after this 5-month course, we have lots of choice. We can go back to our existing job, and
That would be back to Yangon.
yes.
Okay.
And we can have an internship here, or we
How
can
long would that be?
only for 4 months, from up to April, because in May 2nd it will be graduation.
Okay.
So yeah, and we will have a choice to go like we call GIS, Group Independent Study Tour. So this one will go to Southeast Asia or Asia for 3 or 4 countries, and we can do some research based on our choice. So very good.
Great options. Great. For who?
Yeah.
Is this something that the United States government funds?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's part of the East West Center funding
Yes.
program. Well, that's great. This is really important.
Yeah.
The East West Center does a lot of good things, has done a lot of good things.
Yeah.
So this is your first trip to the United States?
True.
Okay, how long ago did you come?
I was here since August, so now 5 months. Yeah.
Okay, 5 months.
Yeah.
Oh. So what is your impression of the place?
Before I came here, I feel that sometimes why Americans think they are so powerful.
That's just a rumor.
No, when I really went for field visit, and I found that like very high technology, and like can get the information, reliable information. So when you have a reliable information, so it's if how to say, it's depend on your transparency and how you are going to manage. So I feel that it's so powerful, and it's really great.
Well, you know what? It must be. I wish I could. I want to see it through your eyes. I want to see. You come here, you have your preconceived notion of what it's going to be like. You come to Hawaii. Have you been outside of Hawaii yet? No, just Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes.
So far.
Yes.
Okay, and
DC and New York, yes.
That's coming.
Yeah. No, when.
Oh, you've already done that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen a lot then.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you about that too. So, but the country, must have been quite a surprise in some ways for you. And what I want to know is, what kind of impression did you have at the change, at the difference between the way you saw it and the way it really is?
But I think American, they are so transparency, and very professional. Yes,
What do you think of the American government and the elections and all that?
Yeah.
I know how you feel about Obama,
Yeah.
but how about the way the government works? You saw from August till November, you saw the presidential campaign every day.
Yes.
So, what was your impression of that?
Yeah, and people also like they can express and they can do as they prefer the person. So I think it's really good. They have a right and fair treatment. I feel that yeah. So it's really, I feel that it's really good here, like and diversity, beauty of diversity.
Yeah. So, what lessons will you take back to Myanmar about this? In other words, the things you've seen here, and I suppose that was sort of an extension of your experience in the United Nations, but what lessons have you learned here that you would want to tell the people in Myanmar about and try to get them to adopt, new style, new technique, new way of doing things that you learned here?
I think we have to open our mind, we have to open our heart, and we have to listen. And we need to analyze what will be fit with our context. And we have to go ahead together, and we have to value on the diversity, which is very valuable, and it is give us more precious thing. So yeah, I really feel we need to get change. We need to accept change, and we need to know how to handle this change. Yeah.
Sure, that's the most challenging thing of all. Right now, you have all these incredible opportunities in Myanmar, and you could change into you could blossom almost immediately, and so you have to work at that. You have to make that happen. This is a great opportunity. So, will you go back, or will you, extend your stay here in the United States?
Yeah, I will go back.
And when you go back, you'll work for the United Nations again?
It's it's up to the situation where do I fit.
Yeah, okay.
Where I fit, I will go there.
Okay. Now, the certificate or the degree you get from the East West Center, what kind of certificate or degree will it be?
It is a certificate.
Okay, and it says you finished the program.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've studied, among other things, you've extended your education in economics.
Yeah.
So, the biggest thing of all is to open Myanmar to the global economy, don't you think? And to make it a wealthy country with all its resources, no?
Yeah, we still need to get this because we still have lots of unemployment. I would say like for the normal people who doesn't get a degree. So for them also we still need lots of job. And for the person who already got some degree, still cannot get a good job. So yeah, we need, if we can open for economics globally, we can get job opportunity. Yes, it is very good for us. And also we need to take care for that, not only at the wages level. We need to be ready to go for the medium management or high level management too, if we want to see our long-term economic growth and sustainable economic. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's really an important point. You can't, if you hire managers from other countries, then you lose control.
Yeah.
You have to step up and be managers yourselves. You'll be a manager when you go back.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, well, I guess I'm interested in your thoughts about how this progression is going to work. I mean, Myanmar has been under a cloud, with the military government for a long time, and now it has this opportunity. What do we do in order to make this happen? If you were the legislature, if you were Aung San Suu Kyi, are you related? What would you
I
do?
cannot be her, but
I'm sure you can.
we still need, even like I mentioned before, because we still have a lot of people uneducated.
Yeah.
And
So school.
Yeah.
School
and
is important. Everybody should go to college.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also we need to get a good education system. And with, for example, here in the United States, in the school, I mean in the college, they have their own environment and they can create their leadership skill and the connection each other, and for everything, sport, music, everything. So which is very good. So in Myanmar, we lose that kind of chance for a long time. Before long ago, we have that kind of chance.
Before independence?
During after independence.
But before the junta?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got that kind of opportunity, but later the university student, not like a university student, they just go like a high school student and just sit down and learn.
Study
and
by
back.
rote.
Yeah.
Just memorize things.
Yeah.
Instead of creative thinking.
Yeah. And also no opportunity to do like a colleague and to do campaign or to, yeah. So lots of opportunities are missing there. So we need a good education system.
So how would you do that? How would you make that happen?
We still
I want you to run for office, you see.
we still need to get assistant, international assistance, because we still need a technical assistant, technical know-how. So that's why even though for the high level management or medium level management, we still need to improve our capacity to run for that.
So how do you spend money? Build schools, hire teachers. What do you do?
School, we already have enough. Now I feel that because government build a lot of university, and we need human resource. We need expatriate. We need the teachers who can teach us, and we need the system, good education system. Okay, for example, like at the university, our syllabus and how we really learn on that, how can we apply on that. So this kind of good system we need. Yeah, to go for.
Okay, so if I made you a legislator, you would vote for bills that made it easy for expatriates to come home, that made it easy to bring teachers in or train teachers. You would raise the level of the syllabus, raise the level of the teaching. You raise the level, I suppose, of the content, the subject matter. And you would be more demanding with the students, I suppose.
Yes.
You would want them to, engage in critical thinking rather than just memory.
Yeah.
And would you change the degrees that are offered? Would you change the range of educational subject matter?
Yeah, we need to, because before, if my bachelor degree was chemistry. So if
Chemistry? You're a
yes,
chemist?
yes.
Okay.
I learned chemistry. So then if I want to go for my master degree, I have to go only with the chemistry subject. I cannot go others. I don't have choice. But nowadays in Myanmar, we have some more opportunity, but very specific place. Yangon, Mandalay, and Mongyua. Only in these three we can learn like a Master of Public Administration or Master of Business Administration. So, and also Master of Development Studies. We can learn like this, but very specific and very few places, only three. So we need to expand and give the choice what we want to learn and how we want to go out.
There are a lot of young people in Myanmar these days. I mean, there are more young people than older people, or am I wrong about that? What's the demographic look like? A lot of young people coming into the pipeline, or is it narrowing?
Uh, okay, I think if generally our demographic is still good, we still have like this. I mean, yeah, like we have a good shape.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And nowadays, because of the difficulty for the economic, so we need to have some job. So some people who already graduate, but they don't have job opportunity, so they have to do more lower than they can do. So like this. So if we go to the economic trend, I would say now young people coming up, but still we have a huge gap. Like for the technical level or for the high level, I like to say about the example from my experience in the education thematic working group. I'm the member of education thematic working group. So in there, lots of people like a policymaker contribution. People are more higher age, old age, and very very few new generation. So we have really huge gap.
That's a gap. That's a serious gap.
Yeah.
You have to develop the administration. It's like, you know, when the British were colonizing Myanmar and other countries in that area, including India. They built a huge administrative capability. But then when you have independence, however that happens, you have to maintain that yourself.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, Myanmar has to catch up on that, has to get back to the strong administration, strong bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's very true. Because like after independence, we have like because we are under British colonial administration, and then after independence, so Myanmar people thought we have to be Myanmarized. So we didn't learn English for a long time.
This is after
Yeah.
independence.
Yeah.
It was in English wasn't.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to speak English.
Yes. So then, yeah, this one also like a kind of stop some education system. So, yeah. But
Yeah.
nowadays in Myanmar, especially for the well family, they can send their children to the good school, the private school. So only those small group can get a good education system. Yeah.
There are a lot of private schools in
Yeah.
Myanmar.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is very expensive.
Expensive. It's better to have good public schools, don't you think?
Yeah.
You went to public schools?
No.
You went to private schools? Okay.
No. Sorry. I go to the government school. Of course, I am from the middle family, so
Okay.
I cannot go to the private school. Yeah.
So I want to go on to something you mentioned, and that is making jobs. That's very difficult, but also very demanding.
Yeah.
And in other words, you absolutely have to create jobs if you want an economy. But everyone knows that the secret to creating jobs is to creating businesses.
Yeah.
You can't just create a job that doesn't do anything for anybody, and just pay the person. You have to have a business where there's some benefit coming out of it. So how do you build the businesses in Myanmar? And in the new Myanmar, the basic subject of our discussion, how do you think the government there can build the businesses that will create the jobs?
We have to open more on the foreign direct investment. Because Myanmar government already opened for the Myanmar people, and we still don't have enough. So we need to get more investment. And also from the investment, of course, investor need the profit. And also, yeah, for us, we also want to get the benefit from that. So I would say if the investor, not only for the business, it can be for the aid assistance, humanitarian aid assistance, and for any others assistance, we should be in line, and for the democracy, for the democratization, democracy friendly.
Well, how do you do that? I mean, for example, I make you the ambassador from Myanmar to the United States, and I give you a big office and a big staff in Washington. Okay, how do you get foreign direct investment?
Yeah, we need to have a discussion with the U.S. government and need to compromise each other. I don't think we can say, okay, and we do this, we do that, but we can compromise each other, and we can compromise a win-win situation. And we can set up the common goal first. What we want to go, what is Myanmar needs, what from the U.S. can give us, and what they can get from us. Yeah, and then I think we can set up a common goal, and we can go that first. Then gradually we can expand and negotiate more and more, and we can expand our economic.
So what kind of, I mean, breaking it down to businesses that are part of the local economy versus businesses that are operating to create exports. Okay, those two different kinds. How would you use foreign investment? What kinds of businesses would change Myanmar to have more businesses, a better economy, and raise all boats, so to speak, in the local economy. In other words, the economy that serves the people of Myanmar. What kind of businesses do you think would be helpful?
Actually, Myanmar has a lot of natural resources. We have natural gas, mine.
We'd like some of that too.
Yes.
Everybody wants natural gas.
Everybody wants our gas.
It's a very valuable resource now.
Yes, we have a forestry. Yeah, we have arable land. So we have lots of natural resources. And yes, now everybody want to get our natural gas. And also, this is from the natural resources, and also like a banking system or something like this also we still need to improve. And now in our country, we don't have a foreign company banking. So
It's important. Those kinds of service businesses are really important.
Yes, it's also very important. And banking.
Transportation?
Yes, and transportation also, and also like electricity. I mean,
electric utility.
Yeah, electric utilities.
Generate power.
Yes, because in Myanmar now we have we got electricity, which will be covered. Only my personal thought, it may be less than 25%. For the whole Myanmar, we got this. So if we don't have electric power, it will not go for the development, because a lot of things, advanced technology, will be used by this.
Oh, sure.
One.
I mean, if you want to build an economy, you have to have adequate and cheap electrical power.
Yeah.
Are you on the Mekong? Does the Mekong come through Burma, Myanmar? The Mekong River.
Mekong, yes.
Is it up in the north?
Mekong is maybe east.
East.
Yeah.
So do you generate electricity from hydraulic power?
Actually, we more rely on Irrawaddy. So Irrawaddy River, which has come from the north. So yes, we have on that. But now a lot of some protesting about the Irrawaddy Dam, because which like around 90% will go to China. So I feel that government, before they do this kind of contract, they need to have a environmental impact assessment and need to have a transparent to the people what is advantageous, what is disadvantageous, and how can we go ahead. So from these things, then we can go ahead, I think, because we still need the electric power.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now, what about exports? You know, some areas, some countries in Southeast Asia, they focus on certain kinds of exports, whether it's textiles, clothing, some, you know, manufactured goods. And in fact, they compete with Chinese labor in order to get their hand on manufacturing for the global market. You think there's a future in that for Myanmar? And if so, what companies, what kinds of companies should be developed?
We have lots of things for the agriculture. I mean, pulses. Pulses. We have lots of pulses.
What is it?
Pulses. Pins and pulses. Pins. Okay. Enough pulses.
Pulses.
Yes. Pins. Beans.
Beans.
Yes. We have.
Agriculture.
Yeah, from the agriculture.
Okay. Okay.
Beans. Yeah. So rice, beans, right? Yeah. From that agriculture, also agricultural product, and also we have a product from the fresh water. I mean seafood, something like this. We have a lot of
ocean
things.
Seafood or freshwater ocean.
We have seafood, ocean seafood, and also some fresh seafood, fresh seafood too. So this one, and also I think we have but for forest, I'm worried about we have a lot of deforestation.
Why?
Because of illegal and commercial logging system. So the first
they just clear cut the land and didn't replant any of the trees.
Yes. So the first we have very thick forest, but now I really feel that we have a big issue on the deforestation. So to me, personal point of view, I don't want to export timber because we still need to keep and we still need to replant again. For the timber, no, but from the mine, we have jade mine, we have like a ruby mine, so mining. So from this one,
rubies, did you say? Like rubies, like rubies?
Yeah, rubies.
Okay.
Jade, yeah. We have mine, so this one we can export. Actually, it's Chinese people came every year. I think twice a year or three times a year. Yeah.
They like rubies.
Yeah, and jade.
Jade. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all these are great possibilities, and it just sounds like, you know, there's so many opportunities in Myanmar, so many possibilities, and if people in general want to see development, you know, sometimes people oppose all development. We see that once in a while, but sometimes people, you know, want to see it. They see the prospect, they see that they could benefit. I mean, within limitations, and nobody wants to go, you know, crazy and destroy the environment or anything. But do you think that people in Myanmar agree with you? Are the people in Myanmar just sort of waking up to this possibility of sort of a brand new economic time, a time when local businesses and exporting businesses will be developed and will make the country more, you know, profitable?
Yeah, I think most of people, general population, want to go for change and development to get a better opportunity, better life. So, yeah, we want to get better job and want to get better life. So most of people want to get change, want to go for the democratization. Yeah.
So how much do you think this depends on the diplomatic efforts of the country? Because, right now everybody is interested to see how Myanmar goes. Myanmar is our baby right now. Everybody's rooting for Myanmar. They really are. They want it to succeed. They want the military rule to dissolve into a kind of a democracy. They want the people to arise. They want the economy to arise, and they want to have normalized relations with Myanmar so that it isn't behind a cloud, behind a shadow somewhere. Do you think this is going to happen, and how fast will it happen?
I think I mentioned before, like we still have some difficulty. If compared with before, we have hope now. And sometimes it cannot imagine things change so quickly, so fast. So, but we still need to get peace with ethnic minorities, and and also we still look at on the 2015 election. I think after we can pass on that, we can go more quickly, because now the foreign direct investment laws, it will be complete in 2013 July, right? So then
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Then after that, most of the investor will come more quicker and quicker. And even though we are waiting 2015 election, during this day, I think some foreign investor will come.
When these things start rolling, because of modern technology and modern communication, transportation, they do have a way of moving faster than you think sometimes.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, thank you, Nang Seng Aye.